Alright, let's get into it. Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mr. 789 on this glorious day of January 8th, 2017. And here we have a ZvT for you folks. Oh boy, I cannot wait. ZvT is so incredible of a matchup. In the bottom left hand corner, representing our red Terran player, it is Skyler! I'm a bit tonally confused, so you gotta pardon me. And in the top right hand corner, representing our blue Zerg player, it is Nuffy. I think, yeah, Nuffy. Oh, 1 second. Seriously, I'm an embarrassment. Just watch. Oh, it is at 16. I guess I'm just being stupid. Alright, this was a private message to me on my YouTube channel. Mr. 789, I think. I'm not going to say who sent it in. It's going to have spoilers in it, but whoever did, thank you so much. And I trust that you gave us a great game to watch. I've decided to cast more than one game a day now. It's addicting, this casting crap. Oh my goodness, I can't cast today. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go 2 videos a day, one in the kind of morning-ish afternoon and then one late at night, just so I can get all my viewers from across the globe and accommodate their schedules. Those people in Russia, looking at you, bad boys. Alright, pool before hatchery for Nuffy, and let me tell you, quick story time before the game gets too advanced. I live in Reno, Nevada, USA. It's a great place. It looks very beautiful. However, the craziest thing happened this morning. It was snowing for the past couple of days, which, you know, everyone's excited about. We were all like, oh yeah, it's finally winter, global warming can bite it, right? And then out of nowhere, we just get this huge flood warning, right? Like, you know, we're gonna flood. And, you know, first I was kind of skeptical, everyone was, we weren't sure, right? Because, you know, it just snowed a lot, but then we read into it and it turns out the rain that we're gonna get over the next couple of days is gonna melt all that snow and it's gonna flood like hell. So this morning was just chaotic. It was flood after flood warning after flood warning. Cops came on the door. The popo was like, hey, make sure you don't get flooded. And I'm like, you get out of my house or come straight in if you prefer. Which is not something I actually said. I just made that up. And you all know it. But yeah, it was a lot of unplugging my computer, which took like 10 minutes, and then replugging it back in, which took another 10 minutes. But I have no regrets. Because now I'm getting into the game. This is a lot of music volume. Yeah, let's get in with Reaper on the way. Where is Reaper face? In order of Bodie McButtface? That's a meme that never officially died, but never really got out of the water either. Oh, ooh, good microphone Nuffy, making that drone into a spore cloud before he dies, getting a small surround. Nuffy, it's not worth it. Oh, can he get the Reaper? No, rarely escaping death. That's why it's called the Reaper. Ladies and gentlemen, meanwhile on the other side of the base, other side of the map, Zerglings wreaking havoc on the Terran command center natural. Jesus, I can't talk today. Shall I redo the cast? You know what? No, we're sticking with it. We're going gung-ho. We are going to obey ourselves. We are going to have confidence that we will prevail. Nuffy sending out his drone to take that third. Wise move indeed. Always need that nice mineral income if you are a Zerg player. It's a little, not very delayed, but definitely slowed down by that Reaper, as you can see. Factory follow-up for our Terran player. I'm gonna try my best to cast this, because, you know, TVZ is a really iconic matchup, because it's so much crap happens at the same time, and it balances macro and micro so perfectly. Decision making, maybe not so much. That's more in the Protoss realm of things, but still, you need a healthy amount of TVZ action everywhere. So I just hope I don't get carpal tunnel. Marines taking out that destructible debris. Barracks floating its way on down. Gonna land over there. And ooh, lots of factories. You know, we have been seeing a lot of mech play recently from Terrans, especially that Hellion Cyclone push. We'll see if that's what this is. And yes, Cyclones and Hellions. Ooh boy, Nuffy, I hope you're prepared for this push. Even though it seems to be coming up at a later time than I would prefer. Or maybe I'm just being stupid. I'm not certain. I have confidence in Nuffy's abilities to hold this off. He has units tab, 2 lings, and a lot of drones, and 5 queens. So these 5 queens, now 7 queens, are going to be his lifeline during this attack, but you really need that Ling DPS to counter this. I know Hellions are scary, but, you know, Zerglings are really scary as well. Zerglings do horrible things to Hellions if left unattended. And Hellions do horrible things to Zerglings if left unattended. It's all about the micro. It's all about that 6 around. Back to our production tab. Double armory on the way. That's a thing. But that's alright, because it's an interesting thing. Ooh, Skyler wasting his time on this destructible debris. Or on that rock tower, while Nuffy happily drones to his Zergy heart's content. It is 36 to 41 harvesters. Roaches finally out in production, but Cyclones do horrible things to Roaches. This cast is going to be filled with the word horrible, and I don't even care, even if the cast becomes horrible. Roaches and Queens setting themselves up in a nice defensive position. Did he see that it's Mech? Not to his knowledge. He sees the armory, which is a huge tell. He should know there's some sort of Hellion push coming out fairly soon. Roaches are the order of the day to protect against this, because Roaches are a good unit, ladies and gentlemen. They're a great unit. Hellbat transformation making its way underway. Cyclones coming back to support. Can Skyler do some damage with it? Let's see. Clearing up some creep very easily. Nuffy coming back with a lot of high energy Queens. Roaches getting on in there. Transfuse is good. Roach DPS is not bad, but Cyclones being untouched. Now focusing down the Roaches though, which is what they want to be doing. Skyler has to be certain to not mess up his micro. It looks like he's just F2A moving into this, ladies and gentlemen, which is not the move you want to make. Still a couple of transfuses left, and it looks like no! Skyler is going to be rebuffed by the Zerg player. Excellent defense from Nuffy, putting him very ahead. Ooh, 10 Roaches though. That is not something you want to be forced out. But that is alright. I don't know about you guys, but if you're not a Zerg player, I just kind of generally... As a Protoss player, let me know the Protoss players out there, or even if you don't play Protoss, even if you don't play Starcraft at all. I just always kind of root for the Zerg to win these kinds of things, right? Like the Terran, sure, it's cool, he has nice units, he can do cool things, but the Zerg is just kind of the defender, the pusher, the slapper, the slappy, who in the late game turns to the slapper, because Ultralists do horrible things to bio that they will never teach you in school. Creep spread looking fantastic from Nuffy. Wow. If I wouldn't know anybody, I would say this was Scarlet. Actually, that's not what I would say, but, you know, it's really good creep spread. Wow, already across the halfway portion of the map. Praise to Nuffy, 114 supply to 85. Not unusual in the slightest. 2 command centers on the way at one time. 4 Skyler trying to catch back up on that workers count. More factories coming in, and we're going to have to see where this goes. +1 vehicle weapons just started. Does he still have that second armory? No, he cancelled it, realizing that 2 armories is a stupid idea that early in the game. And I would have to agree with him. Alright, we have some Hellions making their way on down, letting their presence be noted. Trying to find a 4th place that doesn't quite exist yet, which I'm concerned for Nuffy. When you're this far ahead, generally an early 4th is on the menu. But no matter, he is leaps and bounds better than I am. I am a Master's Protoss, this is a Grandmaster Terran. And, oh, pause please, it's good. It's always good to see when people obey pause laws. You know, it has nothing to do with cats, nothing to do with animals, just when you ask for a pause and the person gives you, it's great, but oh boy, the barbecue, let's see how many drones he can get killed. Not an incredible amount. Units lost. Units lost. Oh, we can't see how many drones were lost. Okay, I'll just count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Around 3 to 4 drones lost. That's a safe assumption, and I don't think he knows that he's meching it, otherwise there would be a Hydra den. Ooh, Skyler, Nuffy, I'm concerned for you, man. You need to scout this and scout it quick. Roach Ravager does great things versus Bio in the mid-game, but versus Cyclones, oh my goodness. See those rocket pads? I know exactly which orifice those are gonna go up the Zergs. Ooh, they actually look pretty nice. They're not just dots, they're actually tiny missiles if you slow it down, and whoa. More damage than I thought would be coming out of these bad boys. +1 about to finish up for our Terran player. Blue Flame also being researched. And it looks like Skyler seeks to be aggressive. Without any tanks though, I find it hard to have a good siege position, which is what you really, really need. You know what? Actually, I remember in the Nation Wars, I can't remember which Zerg did it, but he just meant mass Ravagers as response to this. And I think that's exactly what Nuffy's doing. So my apologies, Nuffy. This looks like a great play from you. Getting scouted out here by the Hellions, which now have Blue Flame. Probably going to position himself is Nuffy. And nothing happening yet, both players being passive. Only on layer tech is Nuffy. Nuffy needs to get that infestation pit down if he wants to be able to compete with this. in the later stages of the game, but no matter, it looks like we have a big engagement, ladies and gentlemen, and Corrosive Bile's going down, nothing quite happening yet. Corrosive Bile, fantastic versus Mech play, because Mech play are not bio play, is not bio play, which in the sense that, in the same way they cannot dodge Disruptor Balls as Protoss, they cannot dodge Corrosive Bile shots as Zerg. Though they have a little bit of a better time with Corrosive Bile. Nuffy realizing the importance of creep spread, APM out of control for this guy. I think I saw it shoot up to around 420 during a macro stage of the game, not even a battle, so good on you, Nuffy. I hope it doesn't flood the attic. If it does, my socks will get wet. Hellions making their presence known, trying to check for that 4th base again, because if at first you don't succeed, check again. Unless there are roaches up the ramp, which there were. Hellions easily get rebuffed. Cyclones cleaning up creep on the meat side. Meanwhile, creep on the left-hand side going completely unchecked, though. I worry for Skyler there in the later stages of the game, but looks like he's doing an okay job of repelling the creep so far. And Nuffy doing a great job of replacing it. This is around the stage where creep spray kind of stops. Am I doing ESL open? Oh, I hope that did not show. Oh boy. We're just ignore him. He's a friend of mine, and if you ever see him, just tell him Mr. 789 sent or Swagger sent, because that's my in-game tag. But hold that thought. Don't hold that thought. Nothing happened. All right. So think of nice concave is Nuffy should easily crush this attack, but no, maybe not. A lot of armored units here. Wow, I don't feel good for Nuffy at all. He's maxed up, but it's on roaches. Sharking around are the roaches. Trying to find a better engagement. Nuffy trying to realize the importance of a concave. Trying to set that up, but to no avail. Kind of a bad back and forth tango, wango, mango combo for this engagement. It looks like Skyler is gaining positioning. Is he going to unsiege and start leapfrogging forward? I think so. He cannot engage into it. This is so many anti-armor stuff. Anti-armor, 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 I think. And these are a lot of armored units. It is currently 66 to 64 workers, 107 to 131 total army supply with Nuffy in the lead. In all regards, let's see if he can make it work. Greater Spiral on the way. There we go. That hive tech finally coming up for Nuffy. Oh, I think I'm talking too fast. I feel bad. Oh well. Roach is taking out this missile turret, taking out some SCVs, killing around 5 of them, as I could see. Which is nice and good. Good and nice. I'm pretty sure I can find, like, workers lost. No? Production? No? Okay. Well, Greater Spire on the way. Anyways, if Nuffy can hold off until those come out, Skyler has absolutely nothing to rebuttal him. Just trying to take out creep, though, is Skyler. Nuffy trying to hold a strong position, stop the sleep right forward. Probably going to punish that tank. Tank is never punished. Oh, well. Burrow Roach play. I love this from Nuffy. Really really abusing the immobile play of the Mech player and forcing out a lot of scans that are not mules. Roach is sharpening their way up, trying to find a little bit more damage, splitting himself up, very wisely so, while Skyler tries to push around this central location. But more Shark Roaches, more Ravagers, more Corruptors, and the Greater Spire is about to finish. Broodlords will be here momentarily. If there were any time for Skyler to go, it is now, and he's going for it, but whoa! The biles are too fatty. Oh man, he could not dodge those in time. Front line getting absolutely obliterated for both players. The anti-armor capabilities of the Cyclone really shining through. Siege tank line though stands strong. Not for long though, 6 Broodlords on the way. No IA except for one only Thor. Thor is here, but he cannot shoot there. So I worry for Skyler. Let's see, what does what does Skyler have to respond to this? He has double starport reactor. He knows that it is a threat, but he's currently not producing Vikings, which is very worrisome. You see these tanks? You do not need those tanks. They will kill your own units more than anything. Missile turret coming up on the way. Try to prevent a siege position. Oh! Lots of death very quickly. But here we go. Broodlords trying to rain down justice from above. And all these tanks are going to be forfeit. This siege tank line is broken and is forced to retreat. Meanwhile, counterattacks from Roaches buys Nuffy. Absolutely brilliant play. Whoa! 190 to 108 total supply. It is not looking good for Skyler at all, ladies and gentlemen. 45 to 64 workers. Nuffy needs to slam down that D key. Ha 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 ha. And he needs to do it now, otherwise he will slowly starve himself out. Sure, he is doing damage to the Terran, but the Terran is fine with that. But right now there's just nothing he can do. Absolutely nothing. Thor gets taken out. Absolutely no anti-air capabilities from the Terran player whatsoever. 76 to 145 total supply, and it looks like Skyler, is he gonna go down? GG from Skyler is called, and Nuffy is victorious. And Skyler has left the game. Wow, really nice ZvT to start off the day. Let's see. Analysis. Mech play is really good, but you just can't get picked apart like this. You have to be on top of your tech versus the Zerg player, and you have to be on top of detection and on top of it all, really. Sensor towers definitely would have helped out, more missile turrets definitely would have helped out, and scouting this brutal transition or just knowing it was there and producing Vikings earlier would have been a great decision from Skyler. Great play from Nuffy. I would have loved to see... That was a burp, I'm sorry. I would have loved to see an earlier 4th base from Nuffy, but it is not important because in the end, it was good enough to crack the Terran player, and that's what every game of Starcraft is in the end, something that was just good enough to scrape by. And that is going to be it for me for right now, not for today. There'll be, I'm going to cast one in around 7 hours from now. So I hope you enjoyed this cast. Click the like button if you think that I did a good job. Leave a comment if you are so inclined. Please, if you want a replays of your cast or if you have a specific request in mind, do not hesitate to message me on youtube.com/Mishra789. And until the next time, remember, the internet could always use more heroes.